Hey folks, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. Got a weird one today. I made the very disturbing discovery that I now own more polymer handguns than I do 1911s. And for a guy like me, that's a little, I may need to go shopping. So obviously what happened is I built the Glock. I built the G19 Polymer 80, and that put me over the top because I've got currently two 1911s. And yeah, I own a revolver, but I actually don't own any other all steel handguns right now. My handgun selection is pretty slim because I don't have anything that I don't use. I really kept it to my critical stuff, so to speak, and obviously not stupidly critical. Like I'm not down to two, right? But there's nothing I'm not using, and just thought I'd run through the polymers because they're similar in a lot of ways, but drastically different. The closest comparison is my P80 build and my P320, and as you'll see, they are not similar. The oldest one, HK USP compact in 9mm. Now I've had a couple of these over the years. I've had one in 40, and I've had this one in 9. And I really like these. I like the fact that it's got a manual safety. I like the fact that you can carry it cocked and locked, or, and this is gonna be really loud, or safety on, but with the hammer down. And it's a single double, so if you are shooting, the first pull is double action and then a single action. Relatively accurate handgun. Sights, basic 3-dot setup. Okay. Mine are not night sights. Okay. So 13 plus 1 on the compact. Very reliable. This is basically a handgun that I don't even think about. It always works. I have not had to do any work on it. I have not had to send it out for service. I basically just use it. And on this one, I want to say it's even on the factory recoil spring. I may have replaced that. So about 10,000 rounds, give or take. Probably that is well within spec for that spring, knowing HK. Definitely one of my most popular handguns. Most people who shoot this end up loving it. To me, it is not my favorite. Mechanically, I love it. Functionally, I love it. Grip, I don't know. The grip has just never been quite right, and I think it's the same issue I have with the Glock. These flat sides leave a gap, and what happens is it gives the gun room to wiggle in my hand. So that is the HK, number one. I've had that, I want to say I've had that 15 years. The next one, relatively recent. From my perspective, I just got this. It is a year and a half old. This is a Sig P320, full size. I have the medium frame, but this is the full size night sights, 9mm. I wanted the full length frame with the full length slide, so that's what I got. I have the upgraded trigger, a Gray Guns upgraded trigger. Came with it. I bought this used, and somebody had done a full upgrade package on it. I've got a cheap Olight flashlight on here. Nothing special. It works. The reason I like this one in particular is it comes off really easily and goes on really easily. Because I don't normally leave it on there. I don't use a holster with it on there. But when I'm not using the holster, that's on there. Much higher capacity, 17 rounds. The grip on this, to me, one of the best. I absolutely love this grip. It locks in there really well. It fits, my fingers lock in together. It is not a super high cutout here, but decent. and the texturing and the feel of the grip really works well. So that is my P320. It does have night sights. They are set up so that you can cock it. I don't have anything handy. I don't have a belt on with this. But, okay, so it is flat front there. You can cock from there. From the front, no. Okay, so the front is not flat in the face. So you couldn't do that, but it does have front serrations, which are awful hard to use with the light in place, but from above you can do it. Mostly to me, they are malfunction drills or press checks. I like them, but they're not, I don't use them for chambering around. I use them afterward. This is my go-to. If I am not using a 1911, this is my preferred choice most of the time. The new guy on the block, G19 equivalent, 15 rounds in the magazine. You can put obviously longer magazines in. So I don't know what's the biggest 9mm Glock magazine these days, 50. I'm sure somebody makes like a drum magazine or something. There's always something crazy, right? So far, very reliable. I have been very happy with this. I'm not going to have any complaints. I have the Lone Wolf Alpha extractor. I have a Vickers slide release. I've done some work on the mag release on the outside just to round off the corners. A lot of people complain about the fact that they are very sharp. It sticks out a long way, and those corners are sharp. I don't know what the problem is. It's a piece of plastic, guys. It's like $10 if you screwed up, buy a new one. I just took a piece of sandpaper to it and cleaned off the edges, and it's great now. Stock trigger, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, it sucks. But for the purposes of the handgun, I don't care. This is the, in the emergency gear, go to shit, run away, grab the bag and go gun. And it just has to work. That's it. Night sights, no. I've got the fiber optic on the front, nothing in the back. It is a standard block sight. I'm going to put an optic on this. I just don't want to spend the money right now. No joke. 300 and something bucks for the optic minimum. I just don't want to spend it right now. Treat it as a Glock 19. Always very reliable, relatively lightweight, decent capacity. I bitch about the trigger, but it is a functional trigger. It is not super long. It is not super stiff. Yeah, there's a lot of creep, a lot of take up. Keep my hand out of the way, but not horrible, right? Okay, so you see right about there. So not bad. Certainly not conducive to rapid, accurate shooting if you're talking competition. But for practical purposes, plenty good. I have not any problem hitting steel with this. In fact, we did a video with my buddies that has the same trigger. I was doing better with this than I was with handguns I've got way more experience with. So, sometimes you just got to go with what works. I do have a light for it. I can also put this light on there, but I do have a light for it. This one, I don't love it. I don't hate it. To me, the grip needs a little more three-dimensionality to it. The Sig really, it's got some shape to it. It fills your hand really well. This one, not so much, but the checkering in the back wraps around the sides a good bit. Very aggressive checkering. The checkering at front is excellent. You don't slip with this gun. It really, once you're on target, you're on target. So recoil management is excellent. It's just soulless. To me, most of these are the HK. There's enough elegance to it that it's got some personality. But as much as I love the Sig, it just doesn't. It is a functional, basic handgun. The P80 slash Glock 19 is what it is. If I lost it in a boating accident, I go down to the store and buy another one. I wouldn't even think twice about it. So that is what I've got for polymer handguns. And you just looked at about half of my handgun selection. So tell me what you think. What are your choices? What are your thoughts on these three? For me, they fill different roles. If I'm putting a bedside gun, I want that safety. That is basically the role for this HK. Has become I'm throwing it in a bag, literally like in a bag with no holster. I'm putting it on a bedside table, or I'm handing it to somebody else, generally speaking, because it has a safety and it has a decocker, and it's just easy. It's an easy gun to shoot. However, for me personally, I really am loving the P320. I am more accurate with it. I have more confidence in my ability to make good, fast hits. I'm building that confidence with the P80 fast. I gotta say, between my practice with my buddies and then mine, it's growing on me, folks. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it's growing on me. So anyway, take care, have fun, stay safe, y'all. Keep shooting.